Thinking about buying electric vehicle? Think twice. Especially if you are in Australia or the countries where, like Australia, the infrastructure is not there yet. Are there any alternatives? Without further ado, let's talk about it. Numerous channels where they're really utilizing their platform to hype electric vehicles and specific models, saying that they are the best thing ever since sliced bread. Well, are they? Maybe they are reducing the tailpipe emission and everything is so nice and dandy, they're green, but are they in reality green? He's got vested interest in BYD and he's got vested interest in Tesla, and that's the best thing ever. To him it is, to many others it is, because their interest is to promote those brands, promote the vehicles, because they have interest in it. And he said it in his video that he's got vested interest. What is like living with electric vehicle in Australia? If you're traveling 60 to 100 kilometers a week, you're a genius. Bob's your uncle. However, if you're traveling on a regular basis, far distances, some people travel, between 60 to 80 kilometers a day just to get to work. You are looking on average 550, 600 kilometers a week. You don't have as many as you would like vehicles that they can actually go above and beyond that rate. So you will be forced to charge on a public charging stations. Are there many out there? Well, not really. How many rapid charging stations we do have, especially, let's say I'm in Queensland. How many charging stations do we have around here? Not many. It is very difficult to live with electric vehicle if you don't have the entire infrastructure set for you. If you're living in apartment buildings, if you're living in shared estates, you're forced to drive a different type of vehicle because there is no infrastructure for you to do it, to charge your vehicle overnight. If you're sharing a car park with another 30, 40, 50 people that live in the same building, and there's 2 charging stations for 10 vehicles out of 50, you got to make sure that everyone else is on the roster to fill up their car or to charge their car. Well, yeah, Dave, but I'm not going to be using the vehicle so often. I'm traveling only about 30, 40 kilometers. Hey, vehicles for you. But I'm traveling on a daily basis 80 kilometers, and I go on trips. I travel around. Sometimes I go 1,500 to 1,800 kilometers in a week. If you're traveling, or even if you're taking trips that will take 400, 500 kilometers one direction, it's not ideal vehicle for you. Let's say you're traveling from Brisbane to Sydney, and a lot of people actually travel that distance at least 2 or 3 times a year. And then you have distances where you're traveling from Brisbane to Sunshine Coast. That's about 180 kilometers. That's 360 kilometers there. Suddenly you find yourself stranded in the middle of nowhere where you're running out of electricity just to get yourself in the middle of a town where they have 7.5 kilowatt charger. It'll take you forever to charge 77 to 80 kilowatt hour battery forever. Then you'll have to stop over, book a hotel so you can sleep over to charge your vehicle. But are there any alternatives in regards to electric vehicles? Of course there are. You want to be green and you're traveling anywhere between 50 to 60 kilometers a day? You have alternative options. Many alternative options. I'm talking about plug-in hybrid vehicles. If you want to be exclusive to electricity while you're driving locally, that's your choice. You don't have to worry about, am I going to be able to charge my vehicle? You don't have to be worried about range. Am I going to get there? Where's my next charger? And that is alternative option. Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross, Mitsubishi Outlander, MGHS EV Plus, Cupra Formentor. Beautiful car, by the way. There's so many other options. If you need a car to get you here and there, those models are absolutely amazing. If you need luxury vehicles, still plenty of choice. Do you have to get stuck now into electric vehicle? No. Let them sort out the infrastructure. Let them sort out the problems that we're going to be facing while driving electric vehicle. Are we ready for it? No, we're not. Are they so green as they say they are? No, they're not. The electricity that we're producing to charge those electric vehicles is still not green. Everyone is hyped about electric vehicles, how good they are, how fast they are, how good they're driving. Well, it costs you only about $30 to charge an electric vehicle on a public station. Yes, that is all well and true, and everything is perfection, but we are not ready yet for that. Simply, we're not ready yet. And personally, I would not suffer because of that. Would I buy plug-in hybrid? Absolutely. Beautiful cars out there. And for my purpose of going to and from work, hey, I got no problems getting there. I got problems charging overnight. So that vehicle is for me. If you wanted the absolute truth about vehicles, about reviews, about buying one, about going about with it, living with it, I strongly recommend you watch John Cadogan from Auto Traded. He is an amazing, non-biased reviewer of these vehicles. One of the rare ones. So you have the opportunity to hear it from someone who is really knowledgeable, truthful about it, and he says it as is. It's a different story when you have 300 chargers in a city where you don't have to rely on whether the charger is working or not, whether charging station is available to you or not, whether you're going to turn up today for a charging station or rapid charging station and the plug might not work and there is no other in the area. It's tough. It is absolutely super tough. But in my opinion, it's not worth it yet. We still have a lot of issues. The infrastructure is not there. The green cars are not green fully yet. And in my opinion, electricity or electric vehicles are not the future. Hydrogen is. 10 years ago, no one thought it's going to work. And we have it. We have electric vehicles. Yes, they're not perfect, but we have them. Talking about hydrogen, there's a huge market for it. A lot of people actually see that as a potential to replace combustion engines or ICE engines. will be available to us. And those vehicles will have, again, larger capacity, longer range, quicker recharging. It will be the same as you actually have that with the ICE engine. You want to jump on this green train, go plug-in hybrid and wait to see what's going to happen. And if you are in the isolated area where there's not many charging opportunities, consider buying plug-in hybrid. And I do. Until next time, peace out.